Hello, hello, hello. Come a little closer, baby. How are y'all? My name is Anna, but he calls me
Mom.
And you're probably watching this on his channel because this is more about him. So what is your channel?
It's Demi the Axolotl.
And what do you do on your channel?
I post a lot of gaming stuff and mostly like the character that are part of the channel.
So tell them a little about yourself because I don't think you even have an intro on your channel, do you?
I don't actually.
Try to look at the camera if you can.
So a little bit about myself. There's a lot of things about me. I'm only gonna explain like a little bit. So there's a lot of things that inspired me to create a YouTube channel. So like mainly like gaming and stuff. I'm a really big like gaming kid. So like my channel's probably gonna be mostly about like games and stuff. You'll see that a lot. And then sometimes I'll probably be animating stuff too. Like drawing. That's also one of my favorite things to do. And then some cooking. That's some good stuff that I like to do. Not that inspired me, but it's one of my favorite things to do. My future job, I'm hoping to be a cook somewhere at a restaurant. And one of the most things that I wanted to go to ever that I haven't been to yet is a hibachi. I know some of y'all probably been to a hibachi before. It must be nice. But the main reason why I want to go to a hibachi is number one because of the food and the way they make the food. Because like the hibachis, that's like the ones where like they have like the stoves in front of you and you can see them like cook the stuff like right in front of you. And it's cool the way they do it because they be doing tricks and stuff. I've learned that from a Roblox game, of course. But other than that, that's a reason why I want to go to a hibachi. And then I'm pretty sure they have like sushi there or something. A sushi factory. That's the place I always wanted to go to too. Is a sushi factory and try like actual sushi myself. I've never actually tried sushi before. I've tried like California rolls is what Publix calls it, and so does Kroger. But other than that, it's close enough to sushi. It's just not like the ones where like the seaweed's on the outside and the rice is on the inside. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Well, since we have the revolving sushi factory across the street, just make sure you make it a goal for us to go over there.
Yep, maybe during this summer break or something.
Yeah. Well, that's why I tell you to write down stuff that you may want to go experience and go to. Don't expect me to remember anything, okay?
So it's crazy because I did say I was going to do a voice reveal on my channel. I never planned a face reveal either, but I guess this could work. I could post this on my channel and be like, hey guys, this is my face reveal and a voice reveal. Get an extra treat.
There you go. So before we get into today's topic, I'll let everybody know today is April 8th, 2024, which means that today was the solar eclipse. Solar eclipse. So I got to experience it thanks to my daughter, who absolutely had no desire to look at it with her glasses. So she gave it to me and I went outside and I went ahead and watched it. Our county gave the students glasses because like Ezekiel, he's in middle school, so his school gets out the latest out of all the kids, and so they got to stay at school and watch it. So what was your experience like? How did you feel about today's eclipse?
Well, honestly, I didn't feel too much about it. It was just cool to go outside and skip class for a little bit. Honestly, I kind of skipped most fourth period, which is my last class, which is science, which is actually kind of boring. But other than that, the rest of the day kind of went by fast after that.
Did it? Okay.
Because we just mainly watched the videos about the solar eclipse.
Okay.
Other than that, it was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool. Okay. Well, now that we got that out of the way, and we're still here, the rapture didn't occur, like a lot of people claim it did, and some other stuff. Not to say that something may not happen, but I don't ever try to predict things that is not specifically written in the Bible. I leave that for other people who exactly know what they're talking about. So with that being said, Ezekiel, what is the first topic for your podcast?
Well, the first topic I wanted to talk about was planets in outer space.
Okay.
And our universe.
Okay.
So I remember back in, 6th grade? We would talk about planets in the science class. I didn't like the teacher that much, but other than that, the science class was actually kind of cool.
Okay.
Because the planets we learned about, oh my goodness. It was actually kind of fun learning about the planets and stuff. You know, I learned about it back in elementary school. It was fun like relearning the stuff. Because there was some stuff that I didn't even know about, like other planets that I'd never learned about back in elementary school.
Okay.
And that's the cool part. So like, I know you guys probably know a lot about outer space and stuff because there's like a lot of stuff on YouTube and TikTok, especially the YouTube shorts. There's more YouTube shorts than anything. So like, the thing that reminded me of the planets was the solar eclipse that occurred today, because number one, the moon. One thing I didn't know about the moon is that it's slowly drifting away from us, which is actually kind of sad. I was like, oh, I think it said like every year or something, it moves like a certain amount of like centimeters.
Really?
I'm like, oh. And the crazy part is you get to see the moon during the day sometimes. It's actually a pretty sight.
It is.
And it's crazy how far the planets are, because like it may look small, but it's actually just like if the moon were to be like closer to us, it wouldn't be that small.
Okay.
I remember one time it was late at night. It was on a weekday, which was I think the first time I ever stayed up like late at night. It was on a Wednesday. I was at an event at my church, Free Chapel, which y'all should go there, by the way. It's pretty cool. I was there with my brother and some of his friends, which eventually I became friends with them. The event was pretty fun. We played some games over there. Then after that, we went out for some late night driving, and then we went to go eat at what was it? What did we eat at? I don't remember where we ate at, but we ate some food. It was pretty good. That's why we ate at Taco Mat.
Okay.
I had chicken wings. I don't know what the rest of the other people had, but they had something. So after that, we were just doing some late night driving, just hanging out. Actually, before we went to Taco Mat, we were looking for places to go eat at, and it was actually kind of fun because like the places we were at, it was kind of quiet out there. And then the reason why I brought this up is because I saw that the moon appeared closer than before. I'm like, is that something normal? So I got a little scared. I was like, let me look this up real quick. And apparently it happens like once every like 2 years, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it happens it happened, and I forgot what it was called, but like it kind of freaked me out a little bit. I was like, wait a minute, why does the moon appear closer than before? It was more yellow than anything. I'm like, why is it yellow? So that's why I brought that up. And then here's one crazy thing. A lot of people are saying that, like, I know it's gonna happen. A lot of people are saying that in like 6.5 billion years, the sun's gonna like expand and explode or something. I'm just like, cool, but like I'm not gonna be there. We're gonna be long gone. 6.5 billion years. I'll be dead before even like a million years. Before, like, I don't even know. Too much years to count. But I'll be dead way before then.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So do you think there will be any living being, whether it's an animal or a human being, still existing around that time?
No, I don't think so, because the rapture.
And I'm asking from a scientific point of view, not from a man's made natural point of view, not from our faith. But go ahead.
Because 6.5 billion years, that's a long time if you really think about it. See, but when we learned that back in like elementary school, for some reason I thought I was still gonna be alive when that happens. Because like we were just little kids, we were just gullible. We just thought anything would happen. And anything was like believable and anything. So we weren't really the smartest, but it was fun being a little kid. I mean, it's still, but like it's not as fun. There was a person that was the tagger, right? But instead of them like tapping you, they would grab a hula hoop and they would have to kick it at your ankles, pretty much. They would have to kick it at your feet. It was weird, but it was fun.
What does that got to do with the octopus?
I don't know. I swear, back in elementary school, they'd be calling any game anything. It don't even have anything to do with it, but it was still fun. And I remember it was a dumb game, but it was fun too. We did some rock, paper, scissors tournament, because it was with hula hoops. And basically, you would start off with a person, because everybody would be playing. We start off with a person. If you win, you go up a hula hoop, and you meet that person who pretty much, but if you lose, you have to go down a hula hoop. And basically, if two people get to the top, they have to go against each other. And whoever wins that game just wins the entire game.
Gotcha.
I'm like,
Okay. So back to the planets thing. What is your favorite planet? Do you have a favorite?
I'm going to have to say my favorite planet out of every planet that I know, I'm going to have to say that Saturn's my favorite planet.
Why?
Well, number one, because the rings.
Okay.
And there's interesting facts I knew about Saturn. Oh, but then I'm over here thinking, Saturn's like the second biggest planet. That has to be like, there's no other planet that's bigger than Jupiter. Until I figured out Super Saturn, which had a different name. But people call it Super Saturn sometimes. That thing has a bunch of rings on it. That thing has more rings than Saturn.
Really? How many?
Too much to count, that's for sure.
Gotcha. Okay. What else do we need to know about the planet that you discovered? Or learned about?
Well, hold on. This is one dream I had about what was it? It was Neptune.
Okay.
It was like really creepy. Because, what was it? It was just like showing the planets as if I was learning like the stuff back in like elementary school. Like we were just learning about the planets. We were watching a slideshow. I know, we were watching a show. We were watching like a video. And it was posted recently. So we were just learning about the planets. It was like facts about the planets. I'm like, okay. And I think when it got to Neptune, you know the little like dark spot that it has?
Yeah.
It said, this is Neptune, it's very blue. It's one of those water planets, I think that's what it said.
Mm-hmm.
And then it said, the dark spot's not an eye. I'm like, well, why do you feel the need to say that? And then when it got to like, what was it? We went past Neptune before. Yeah, we went past Neptune. And I think when it got to Jupiter, no, when it got to Mercury, it was like, this is Mercury. It's the closest one to the sun, but surprisingly not the hottest, because Venus is the hottest one.
Gotcha. Okay.
When it got to Mercury, all of a sudden that's when things started getting creepy, because like before it went to the next planet, like for a split second you could see Neptune like getting closer to like coming into the screen with like a red spot on it. I'm like, that's a little creepy. And then it clipped to the next time. I'm like, nah, see, we gotta go back. And the teacher didn't even notice it. I'm like, I was really the only person that noticed it. I'm like, huh? It was creepy, but I think there was another part that happened. Oh no, I think that was it. That's how it ended.
Okay.
I'm like, if that ever happened, I'm good.
So let me ask you this. Do you think that people like Elon Musk and other scientists or whoever, I'm not saying he's a scientist, but other people who are fascinated with the galaxy, different planets, stuff like that, do you think that somebody will come up with a way for human beings to live on other planets?
Yeah. I'm saying definitely Elon Musk and scientists, especially the scientists.
So do you think it's plausible that they'll figure it out, or you just think they're just going to keep trying until, Earth dies?
I think they're just going to keep trying until the Earth dies. Because, especially the scientists, most of them don't really believe in, like, God and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they just think anything that happens is just science related.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, first of all, who created the sun again? Who created all these planets?
Mm-hmm.
And the crazy part is, if sin wasn't a thing, if Adam and Eve didn't screw up, I'm pretty sure we all would have been able to live on those planets.
Mm-hmm.
We would have been able to live on those planets.
Yep. There was one, and I wish I could remember who it was that said this. They said, it might have been Jesse, said that they believe that reason why God stopped making planets was because he didn't want us to go and corrupt that area and ruin it too, like we did. And when I say we, I mean human beings, Adam and Eve, like we're doing to our planet now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Between sin and sinful acts. You know what I mean? So with that being said, is that what you think too? Do you think that planets were created for God to make more human beings, and maybe possibly that human beings may have had their own planet?
Yeah. I think that's what those other planets were for. Because we know there's other galaxies out there too, that we've also discovered, that NASA's discovered and stuff. I'm just like, oh, I didn't know that either. Because I always thought that our galaxy was like the only thing that was there. And after the Big Bang, pretty much, there was a bunch of galaxies out there. We were all just in one cluster, pretty much. And that's the interesting part. There's other galaxies out there, which have other planets that are pretty much like unable to live on. But yeah, I'm pretty sure if sin wasn't a thing, we all would have been able to live on planets that we wouldn't be able to live on, that we weren't able to live on before. Like, for example, if you were to live on Saturn, you have a beautiful view of those rings. And when I mean I'm literally like a kid that loves planets, I literally love planets. There was so many things that I looked up about planets, like what would it look like if different planets replaced our moon for like a day? And I've seen it. I say Saturn's the best view. It's creepy but like cool at the same time. It's not something you see like at all. People have been saying that some of these stars have been exploding. I'm like, people have been saying these stars are gonna have a supernova eventually. It never happens.
Why don't you explain that? There might be somebody who's watching who has heard the word supernova and I read it when I was a kid, but I can't remember what it means. Can you explain what that is?
So supernova is basically when a star is pretty much like had enough, and I think its mass goes down to like 0. It basically, the star explodes.
So is it suffice to say, being that is written in the Bible, what's going to happen after the rapture and during the Great Tribulation? Is it suffice to say, or is it plausible to say that the mega star we have, which is the sun, is it very possible that that can become a supernova?
Yes, it's very possible, but not until like I don't know, like 6.5 million years.
According to man.
According to man.
According to man. So, you know how they always come up with movies like, I don't know if you ever watched Day After Tomorrow.
I don't think I have.
Okay, when you get a chance, watch that. It's far-fetched, but it's interesting to see how it happened. And I believe, I forgot what the premise of the story is, but basically, maybe it was, I could be wrong. I'm trying to remember, going and watched it one time. The moon was coming too close to Earth, and that's when everything started freezing. Yeah, so have you ever read anywhere, when you're looking up planets and stuff, what would happen if maybe one of the planets came too close, or the moon itself came too close? What would happen to Earth itself?
Yeah, I think I've read some stuff and saw some stuff. Although I've seen I've never heard that the moon would freeze everything. But I've just seen it if the moon were to crash into Earth.
Okay. And what would happen if the moon were to crash into Earth?
Earth would be gone. There would be no point in survival. There would be no way you can survive that. Because number one, the planet's almost as big as ours.
Okay.
And if it hits our planet, it would cause a huge explosion, which would pretty much mess up the core. And the core is really the part of the Earth, so that if the core messes up, the whole Earth is gone.
Right.
That means the whole Earth is exploding along with it.
Okay.
And then there was just one clip from a movie. I don't remember what it was. They had his name Johnny Cage or something. I'm trying to remember.
What movie are you talking about?
No, wait, not Johnny Cage. Nicolas Cage, right?
Oh, you're talking about Knowing.
Yeah.
There you go. Yes, it was Nicolas Cage.
I don't know why I said
Want, because you don't want him Johnny Cage. But whatever. Go ahead.
Wasn't it the one where the world was ending because the sun ended up becoming pretty much bigger, and it ended up becoming closer to the Earth?
I guess basically it was either that it was a really bad solar flare, or at least they thought it was a bad solar flare. It could have been what you call a supernova. That the sun had just exploded and ate up the whole planet.
I keep rewatching that clip, and it's nothing left to happen. And it's crazy how they come up with stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because they know it can happen, they just don't know when.
Right.
And that's the crazy part. Because you're just that could happen to us.
Yeah.
Just what time? Will I still be alive when it happens, or will it happen after I'm dead?
Good question.
Because stars last a while.
Yeah.
A long time. They last pretty much longer than you can.
The Bible talks about wormwood. Yeah, when you get a chance, I want you to study that, and that can be the next topic for our podcast. Okay?
The next episode.
So, is there anything else you want to close with about what we talked about today?
Don't believe in anything on the internet.
And with that, we want to thank you for coming to our first podcast. We hope you enjoy it. Hopefully it'll be up soon, but we will announce it, and it will be on his channel. So go again. What's your name of your channel if people are not watching it on here just yet?
Demi the Axolotl.
Demi the Axolotl. Can you spell that?
D-E-M-I, and then the, or the, and then Axolotl. A-X-O-L-T-O-L. Wait. I forgot. It was A-X-O-T-O-T-L. That's what it was.
Yeah. It's a hard word to spell. It took me a minute, and my autocorrect on my phone doesn't even know how to spell it right.
You pronounce it though.
Yeah. Yeah. So, just because you don't. Oh, look, it says right here.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
So. Anyways, thank you again for coming, and we want to say we'll come up with a catchphrase one day on how to, exit. So until then, see you later.